Man, I'm so bored of YouTube. All this fucking liberal propaganda last week tonight with John Oliver. It's not even fucking American. Got some fucking radical reviewer, some stupid fucking leftist propaganda bullshit. There's gotta be something good, like on YouTube, that speaks to me. Let's go check out my favorite YouTube. There's a new video. A new video from my favorite YouTuber. Let's see what the title is. Why I Despise Pride Month and Why It's Stupid. Oh. Oh, I'm sure it's just a joke. Let's check it out.
Okay guys, this is my coming out vid.
Is it just me, or is it since the last video has his balls dropped? His voice sounds very deep. I'm very concerned. But it would make sense, because Pride Month. Maybe just Pride Month going on, activated some kind of, puberty chemicals to hit his body. I don't know. Let's just see how it goes.
Video. Yeah, it is.
You can tell it's serious because it's in black and white.
So, in the past few days, it's so sad and emotional. It's been an emotional ride, but I think I am a homosexual.
Oh, wow. Ooh, what a turnaround. I can't believe it. Before he was saying that, he titled the video, he despises Pride Month, but he's also homosexual. I mean, how is he going to resolve this contradiction? I'm really looking forward to this one. I want to figure it out.
So, yeah. Look, you can see my eyes tearing up, obviously, yeah. So in the past few days of June, I felt gayer than usual.
Wait a minute. So he's saying that he just discovered that he's gay, but now he's saying that he feels gayer than usual. So until he told us now that he's gay, he felt gay before? Which makes sense because, maybe there's some closeted feelings there. But I just feel, honestly, as a fan of that guy on the internet, I feel a little betrayed because personally, I've watched him for a while, and I feel like I wish that he was more upfront about who he was before I got so invested into his content to find out that, he's this thing. I mean, I got a lot to think about, okay?
What the fuck? Ah! Yeah, that was me. Yeah, very sad. So yeah, so this is how it happened. For some reason, every time I saw a black man, usually I want to get angry at them and want to shoot them.
Oh, okay. I don't think he said what I think he said. Did he? Let's play it back. I think I misheard it.
For some reason, every time I saw a black man, usually I want to get angry at them and want to shoot them. But
Oh, no, you don't want to shoot black people. No, oh no. His channel's gonna get taken down. He's advocating violence about killing black people. First, he's dealing with his new sexuality, and now, I guess he can't deal with it. And he wants to be, he's racist. I don't know. And he wants to shoot black people. This can only get worse.
this time, my dick got fucking erected.
Okay. I'm in.
I did not know how. How is this possible?
Well, of course he wouldn't know how, because he's never had an erection before.
And I figured out I'm probably homosexual. Sad nibble hours.
Okay. Let's go on. Does the video get any better? Oh, we got some fucking color now. Pansexual. Oh, look, here's the pan.
Watch me deep throat this pan.
Pan. Oh, pansexual, guys. Get it? He's deep throating a pan.
So it's something we should all celebrate.
We are
So
gay
this
for
video's gonna be
pedophiles.
a rant of me just criticizing.
Is he recording this in CSGO mobile? The fuck was that shit on the side of the screen? Whatever, who cares?
The idea of Gay Pride Month and how is this the stupidest idea a faggot can come.
Did he just say that Gay Pride Month is the stupidest idea a faggot can come up with? Is that I want to hear that back. Let's give this one another listen.
Idea of Gay Pride Month and how is this the stupidest idea a faggot can come up with?
I think he said the F word. Yikes.
But what I'm gonna do is just gonna play CS:GO gameplay in the background because my camera kind of sucks.
I mean, honestly, he's making a lot of justifications for putting CS:GO in the background, but everybody fucking knows that CS:GO is like the bread and butter of like hating on blacks, minorities, and homosexuals. So I mean, it's actually really apt.
I thought a 4K Logitech webcam was supposed to be good, but it's
He got a 4K Logitech webcam, and like, well, the reason it's bad is because you haven't changed the settings, dude. You got, like, look at you. You take up like 1/10 of the screen, and you look like you need to sit in a high chair. Like, just change the fucking settings, dog. Like, what the fuck?
actually just garbage. I mean, look at, you can see the static or whatever, the blue, I don't know what it's called. It's in the corners. I think I just
Probably because your bit rate is too low, honestly. But I mean, I don't expect you to be too intelligent.
more lighting, to be honest, but overall I need a better webcam. Please donate money, please. So let's start off with the companies and corporations that do stupid things during this month. So one problem I have is when corporations and companies do stupid gay ass shit to fucking for political correctness. Like, first of all,
Well, I mean, companies don't push. Well, they don't. Companies don't really push political agendas, but companies only push political agendas that the people that are in the controlling authority of the company dictate that are in their interests or align with their future beliefs moving forward as a company. Sometimes companies will take a profit loss to push some bigoted people away from their company. Very rarely will this happen, though. Most of the time, it will be profit first. And you'll see that all over the place. I mean, look at any global corporation. If they do business in the Middle East, you can guarantee that they will pay lip service to women's rights in America, while at the same time not giving a fuck because they're going to be doing business in the Middle East or some other place that has like zero fucking women's rights. So like, I'm with you a little bit. Corporations do some dumb shit, but it's not for the reason that you think. Like, corporations aren't here to spew some liberal agenda brought to you by Steven Crowder. Corporations are here to make fucking money. That's what capitalism is. It's to return an investment for the stockholders. That's it. That's literally the only reason that a company seeks profit. It doesn't get much more complicated than that.
Many video game companies like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, they do a lot of gay things this month. And
okay, well, Nintendo was pretty anti-gay. I mean, have you ever seen the thing of, what is it, the fucking one of the head Nintendo guys, and he's like, oh, I saw somebody drew Mario and Luigi kissing, and he says, please don't do that. I mean, you could say, like, oh, it's because they're not gay, and he doesn't want them to be drawn as gay, but it's like, it's just fan art, like, get the fuck over it, like, who gives a shit? So, I mean, as far as Japanese go, yeah, they're pretty not that open, so, like, once again, you're upset about companies paying lip service to an issue that they are like not invested in at all. Like, literally all it does is get them free brownie points, because the thing is like, retards like you that buy Xbox, PlayStation, and fucking Switch, they're still gonna buy that shit regardless of whatever the fucking political stances are. So all they do is get to like have a few brownie points with the people in those communities that, you know, see that as a win for them. Like, that's literally it. You're just being conned. Like, that's it.
and you can see, like, especially Xbox, they have that gay icon, and other YouTubers.
It's not the gay icon. It's the rainbow flag. I honestly, I don't even know what it is. I assume it's meant to show like the different sexual orientations and things like that. You know, I mean, like, yeah.
Too, they include that icon where it's like, it's just the rainbow in the background. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, honestly, dudes, like, you're campaigning where your audience is not even that. Like, most of your audience are straight heterosexual males.
I mean, Yeah, most gamers are straight males, but I mean, that's kind of why they push the inclusivity agenda so much because one, gamers are generally younger individuals. The average age is going up because gamers started off at a pretty young age, but I mean, you look at Fortnite, you look at other games like that, it's constantly bringing in new young people. And the reason that they have these, quote, agendas or these kind of, diverse characters and things like that is because diversity is profit. If you can bring in black women into your game, you can bring in white women in your game. If you can bring in any women into any video game, that is a 50% fucking increase because half the population is fucking women. And right now, most gamers are men. So if your game appeals to women, it's probably going to also appeal to men because one, dudes are horn dogs and they want to fuck girls and they'll play anything to get access to women. Just look at fucking, what's that shitty mobile game where you do the little like fucking Scrabble, that shit, Words with Friends. Like there are dudes that just play that game to hit on women. Like, I mean, you just need to be realistic here. You just need to understand that it's profit over everything else. So like, I agree with your base assumption that what these companies do is like distasteful and like groundless, but your conclusion is a little off.
To be honest, like I really don't understand his bullshit. Like honestly, dudes. Like first of all, you're celebrating something that you didn't accomplish. You were just born that way, and
Well, Gay Pride Month isn't about, well, it's not about celebrating just being gay. Like, this is what's the problem with conservatives is that they have no historical understanding of like literally anything in history whatsoever. They look at Black Pride Month and they're like, "Where's my White Pride Month? I want to be proud of fucking lynching the blacks. Why can't I get a few darkies to come work in my lawn just like the good old days like my grandpa used to have?" Like, you have to understand that homosexual, like, if you don't know about the AIDS epidemic and how badly it was treated by the Republican administration that was in power, that literally led to a greater epidemic that led to non-homosexual people dying of AIDS because the epidemic was handled so badly. And if you don't give a fuck about that, then you're literally just so bigoted and stupid you just can't see past the own feces in your eyes that you're just shitting your head right up your fucking ass. So the other issue is that it's a celebration of acceptance. Homosexuality hasn't been really an accepted thing until like the last few years. I mean, Congress allowed gay marriage to be legal finally, but even that, you still have fucking discrimination that happens from bigoted idiots because, they don't want to make people cakes, which, I mean, I think is fine. If a private business, can a private business deny is sexual orientation a protected class? If gay, lesbian, people like that are protected class under the law, then I mean, yeah, they can't really deny service to them based on that criteria. So like that cake making thing is probably in the wrong. But if you're a federal employee, then yeah, you can't deny service to them. Like that one lady who tried to deny them their marriage license, that lady is just 100% in the wrong. But like, so HUAC, the human, what was it? The House of Un-American Activities was created in part with the fucking stupid Wisconsin governor McCarthy because he was afraid of communists. What really the communist scare was used as in America for like, the 50s and 60s was just an excuse to get suspected homosexuals out of the American government. Now, if you don't believe this, you can look up the statistics, but about maybe 1 or 3 suspected communists were actually forced to quit their jobs based on HUAC investigations, and about 10,000 actual suspected homosexuals were forced to quit their jobs, 90% of them being male. So, yes, there has been historical anti-homosexual precedent set by the American government time and time again. So there is a need and necessity to celebrate overcoming the ignorance of retards like you. That's really what it comes down to. Now, if you don't understand history, if you don't know in history, if you don't know anything about the Stonewall riots, I can't help you. You need to educate yourself because it's not my job to make you not retarded. It's your job to have a basis of intelligence behind the dumb shit that you spew.
and you're just gonna make a whole month dedicated to fucking SJWs, stupid and useless. And what else? There's D-Day, which I forgot what it was. It's something with World War II, World War veterans. We could add a whole month to celebrate them.
Why would so? Okay, I might be misunderstanding him, but he wants to have a whole month celebrated to the D-Day veterans or World War II or just veterans in general. But he feels that because we have a month dedicated to gay pride, that is taking away from veterans. Well, in a way, you're right. Like, we could have a month dedicated to veterans, but I mean, these aren't like government sanctioned holidays. You have to remember, like, I think Black History Month or Black Pride Month is like a government sanctioned thing. I don't think the Gay Pride Month is. I could be wrong. Second off, I mean, the government could have like a month of Veterans Day. The reason that it has a day of Veterans Day is to have a federally recognized holiday for them to have off. The government isn't going to have you have off for a whole month. So that's part of the reason why they probably have an individual day. Second off, I mean, honestly, who gives a fuck about veterans? Like, the only veterans that matter are pretty much all dead. Like, if you're a veteran of the Iraq War, I'm sorry you got conned into fighting a war that weren't even aligned with your interests, and you probably lost good friends and relatives because of it. Like, that's just the fact of reality, is that if you fought a war basically after World War II, then you were just duped into fighting a war for American imperial interest. That's really what the bottom line is. Like, none of these other countries posed any threat to us at any point whatsoever. Yeah, like, who gives a fuck?
But guess what? We don't have that month. We really have to celebrate one day, and then we have a whole month for homos, who do really nothing in the society.
Okay, one single Google search of prominent scientists that were homosexual will reveal that homosexual scientists were as helpful in the growth of humanity as any other kind of scientists. So their sexual orientation has nothing to do with whether they contribute or not. I don't think there are any studies that show that a homosexual worker is somehow less efficient than a non-homosexual worker. So, I mean, to say that they don't contribute to society, I mean, I'm pretty sure the laziest, most shitty homosexual worker has contributed more than this person already has to society, leaps and bounds. So I look forward to when he makes the homosexual equals pedophile connection later on in the video. Wait for that one.
It's just being gay. Of course, there's probably a lot of homosexuals that have accomplished many things, but overall, it's fucking bullshit.
Oh, so it's just bullshit. I can't explain it, but it's bullshit. It's SJW pandering bullshit. Okay.
I really don't understand this, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking retarded, but to be honest, I am kind of fucking retarded. I'm like Alex Jones, but more retarded. But it makes no sense. Like celebrating a useless month, useless things, useless everything. Society is falling apart. We truly.
Okay, now here, I'm gonna levy with him. When I was this age, I was this dumb, okay? So, I know I'm coming off pretty harsh here, and it's because he's going on in an online capacity and spreading hate speech, so that's why I'm kind of mad. But I was this dumb when I was a kid, so I'm gonna forgive him. And the thing that he just said here, where like society's falling apart, that was something that I bought into when I was a kid. And frankly, it's just because like I didn't know anything about society. I had no historical context for my ideas, and I was just a depressed individual at the time. So I'm sure he has his own reasons for thinking of it, and I assume in 5 years he'll think other things, and in 10 years he'll look back on himself and cringe really hard. So, I'm with you on that one. I thought some dumb shit when I was younger too.
Live in a clown world. Like overall comes in.
Oh no, but then he fucking does some fucking dog whistling fucking clown world shit. Oh no. Oh god.
Try to listen to the audience and not just campaign you to political correctness and just for the SJWs, because this is gonna destroy our society.
I know he's like extrapolating here, but like having Gay Pride Month destroys our society. Like, is it? He doesn't go on to explain this, mind you, so I'm just gonna fucking like pontificate in some capacity. Does he believe that having homosexual Pride Month is going to make more people gay so that we have like a decline in population? I mean, that's not really an issue. Like, we have 7 billion people. Population's not a fucking issue. It's never going to be a fucking issue because guess what? People like to have fucking sex. And guess what? If the incentives are there, people like to have fucking kids. People used to have a lot of fucking kids. The only reason people have less kids now is because the economic system doesn't fucking provide a necessity for it. When people had to work on farms, when people had like low infant mortality, when children died off at a higher rate pre and post birth after 12 months, yeah, you had to have more kids. But yeah, I don't understand really, I guess, how it could lead to society crumbling. If anything, it leads to a more fair and greater society that accepts newer ideas and more people to provide more thoughtful input and allows, the ideas that we have about, concepts to evolve and change, and allows us to, develop like any organism does. Like, no organism maintains homeostasis forever. It needs to go into different states at different times depending on the environment that it's in. When you're in an environment that has a strong homosexual community and then you allow them to then have the same rights as others, you're evolving, or, well, not really evolving, but you're changing in a positive way in response to your environment. If you're in, the Middle East and you fucking punish, anybody that doesn't align with what the state mandates is okay, well, then you're trying to hold back growth because, it doesn't align with whatever you believe politically or religiously or whatever the fuck excuse people use.
Of course, the counter argument is going to be, oh, we're oppressed and everything. But the fact is that most people approve gay marriage in the
Well, homosexuality or homosexual people have been oppressed historically. And to say that homosexuality isn't an issue because your poll here says that 67% think that gay marriage should be valid in 2018, like, that's 67%, dude. That's like that's 2/3. That's a whole 1/3 of people that don't think that gay marriage should be valid. Like, you need to, like, look at how much hate there is still. They don't think gay marriage should be valid. Like, what the literal fuck, dude? Like,
United States, it's a proven fact, over 60% do approve it. My opinion on it is just take the government out of marriage and just make it a religious institutional.
Well, I agree with that one. I believe that the government should have no place in marriage. Marriage should be a religious institution, and the government should allow for cohabitative unions or whatever, and then that way you can get the tax benefits. The reason that the marriages exist is that the government has always been the legal authority that binds, So after the Religious League Wars, the role of government and church kind of changed. Prior to the Catholic Reformation, the Catholic Church basically kind of owned land in different countries and took in a tax via a tithe that was separate from the state tax that peasants would pay, if they would pay any. A lot of the problem is that the church was collecting a tax that was cutting into the profits of the state governments. So when Martin Luther basically began the revolution, a lot of these German countries saw an opportunity to embrace Protestantism because then they could have their own state-run church so that they could collect taxes through that would go more towards them, and they would have more direct control, and they could mandate, some of the religious laws and traditions that would be set down, as opposed to the mandate coming from the Pope, So it's kind of a little bit historical significance to explain that, but I agree. Religious marriage shouldn't be a government-based thing. It should just be like, you want to have a union that is whatever, non-religious word we want to use for a marriage, and for the government part, for taxes, basically.
Issue. But that's just my opinion. You can have your own opinion, but whatever. Also, guys, one big problem I have with Pride Month is that they always usually have kids involved, which makes
See, I told you he was gonna do the gays equal pedophile connection. Yep, saw it coming.
super weird. Like, kind of like a
I bet you now we're gonna have a bunch of pictures of guys and like little kids, like the one-off weird pictures, and he's gonna use that as a justification for Hate Pride Month.
thing. But I hate when kids are used in politics, except for me, because I'm kind of young, but
he hates when kids are used in hates when kids are used in politics. I can almost guarantee you that he hates the David Hogg guy and all like the anti-gun kids from like the school shootings. I would assume that he wouldn't like them either, given that he's a self-proclaimed conservative. Now, the funny thing is that school shootings are insignificant. If you don't know this, most gun violent deaths are related to one-off shootings, just with regular handguns. Assault rifles, and even banning assault rifles, would do very little to actually curtail the amount of deaths in America, because it's not about the type of gun that's available, but it's about the proliferation of how many guns are available, and the proliferation of guns in the police force that escalates violence to a kill or be killed scenario.
I just hate how people use kids to justify politics, and they literally just bring them up there.
I mean, he is, once again, a self-described conservative, and conservatives, time and time again, always decry, think of the children when it comes to pushing progressive ideas as far as social concerns go, pushing progressive ideas as far as, abortion goes. They want to ban abortion because literally the slogan is, think of the dead children. I mean, there are certain things that you kind of have to accept as a conservative that, like, you're aligning yourself with. Now, maybe he is pro-abortion. Maybe he is anti-gun. I don't know.
And then they look fucking retarded. Like, look at these kids. I'm going to show you something.
Okay. Now, I've been holding this bomb in for a while. But if you're going to say that these, like, kids that are dressed up pretty weird, that I got to admit, they look pretty fucking weird, look, quote, fucking retarded. I mean, look at your fucking teeth, kid. You need fucking braces. Your teeth are fucked up as shit. I mean, honestly, like, come on. Like, I know you got your friends and you think I look like shit. And, like, do you think I care? Like, come on. Look at me. If I gave a shit about my appearance, do you think I would go on the internet looking like this? Like, holy shit, dude. I've been on the internet a long time. I don't give a fuck about 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, just look fucking disturbing. Like, honestly, dude. It's like, how do you let your kid dress up like that?
But yeah, send this video to more of your friends. I want more comments. I really like the hilarious comments. Now, this is just fucking awesome. This is just great.
Like, God, I wouldn't let my kid look like that either. I don't want my kid to look like a...
Implying that you could ever have sex with a woman or get her pregnant.
Queer. Overall, Gay Pride Month is the stupidest month and concept in history. Overall, we can use this month for something else, and companies should not appeal to the SJWs, because it would just ruin our society as a whole, and for the rest of us. But overall,
I think he's proven his point.
I think this was a fun video to make. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like down below.
Yep.
Share.
So anyway, I'm going to like it. As you can see, I already liked it. I'm going to share it to somebody. I think I've already commented. Oh, yeah. See, look. I already commented. I'm going to like my own comment. So, yeah, this is a pretty successful video. I'm glad, my favorite YouTube channel has made another video. It gives me an opportunity to make some more shitty content for my friends to laugh at. And I guess his friends as well, too. I hope they're checking this out. And I hope one day I can open up a dialogue here. I feel like we can really do some good in the world. Oh, wait, I gotta hit the stop thing. Oh, fuck, everything's fucking up.